The Dyson Sphere's construction continues. We've returned to Gakrux Prime and discovered an unpainted key component. I'm not mad, though. Not at all. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series, where we do not have freaking circuit boards painted. Almost called them processors again. So yeah, that's kind of inconvenient. I'm also noticing that is none of this stuff proliferated? Oh, that's fascinating. As I mute my mic. Thank God for mic mute buttons when you have to sneeze massively. All right, so let's go ahead and... All right, there are a couple of things that need to be proliferated. We need to proliferate you. And honestly, if we're going to increase production on these at any point in the future, they probably need to be proliferated more like, you know, here. So let's do that. Let's do that. And we'll put that down just to keep it fully powered. And then we'll come over here. It seems like both of these need to be proliferated, which is annoying that I didn't notice this previously. Quite annoying indeed. But, thankfully, easily solved, because we have an endpoint for this right here. Yeah, I did pretty well, like, proliferating everything here. I just think that, I must have gotten distracted right at this moment. So we're just going to bring this paint around here. It should be pretty flawless getting this hooked up. And then we should have... Oh, oops. My bad. I was not anticipating bringing it in from that direction, but I don't need to block that regardless. So you can tell the paint is all proliferated, which is nice. Okay, so now that that is done, we should have some extra products, but I doubt that's going to be enough. To be honest, I really doubt that's going to be enough. So we probably need to go ahead and step up production of these even more. So let me think. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Just need the 2 resources for now. Tell you what. Let's try just bringing it back like this. Just kidding. There we go. 3, 4. And there's that. So, I kind of doubt that's enough. But we're going to take a quick look. So every single one that's produced is going through here, getting painted, and now it looks like they're making their way down. Some of those are going a pretty good ways. That's good to see. Let's see how much that continues to pile up, though. So I'm definitely seeing that, like, these containers are flirting with filling up, which usually, like, flickering icons like that is an indicator that you're at capacity for your line. It's a visual that you can use just to tell. Oh, and now it was filling up for a moment there. That's good to see. We're still building guns. And we will be building guns probably for this entire episode, I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to take this whole episode up. That would be my guess. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and start building more. Oh my god, alright, this could be hilarious. Alright, so We want to have the belt. How far apart are they? 4? Got it. Got it. There's that. Just want to make sure I have the final guns overlapping, as we saw last time. Alright, so I'm going to have to bury some things, which is not hugely surprising. Yeah. Yep. We might just have to travel this entire ring and spot for things that need to get buried first. The hilarious thing about what we're doing right now, just keep in mind, we are not going to have a power problem. That's the one thing I don't have to worry about right now, because this planet's powered by this sphere. We've got a 4 gigawatt surplus on this planet. It's absurd. It's absurd. Now, do you have the correct... Okay, good. They have the correct orbit set. So it's just a matter of getting them powered, and then we're fine. So, yeah, what I need to do is... I think I will do that. Let's just fly around. I was kind of partially kidding, but the more I thought about it after I said it, I was like, no, that's pretty much exactly what you need to do, Hadrian. Just do that. Do what you just said. So we're flying over the line they're going to sit on, and just looking for obstacles like this. Done. I can't believe I'm about to build another freaking row of guns. Alright, bury those as well. It hurts me to bury so many, like, really good deposits. But at the same time, like, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. Okay. And with that... Oh, back to blueprints. Such a handy thing. Just overwhelmingly useful. Done. Done. Now I'm fairly certain that what it's yelling at the yelling at me about at the moment is not actually the guns. I think it's the belts. I think I have belts mostly still in my logistics slots. All right, so just need to finish bringing it all the way around. Can't be that much longer. Yep, almost done. And it looks like I already have all the guns, which is crazy to me. Oh no, no. There we go. Spaced that one poorly, and there it is. That's the whole ring. Oh my god. That's the whole ring. Alright, now... a couple of things. We do need to connect that. You can see the construction bots just going ham. And I love it. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect... Oh, that's interesting. So we may need... It looks like the Oh, I see why. Because we're now at, like, a reasonable distance away. Yeah, alright. We're gonna have to build a number of these. Let's see, how far apart is that? 4? Every 4, basically. One, 2, 3, 4. It won't take long. Just gonna circle the planet and get this built. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just think we haven't even hooked the sails up yet. That was too far. Oops. Don't know how I miscounted that. My eye jumped a few spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we should be, at this point, making it pretty much all the way around. So you can see them aiming properly. Thankfully, the blueprint took care of actually getting all of the individual guns powered. So this is just making sure, or not powered, but connected to the potential grid. So it's just making sure that we're getting them linked in. And then we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no way. I'm actually out of those? No, I'm not. About to say. That is a filthy lie. There's no way I'm out of those. There is literally no way. And that's it. That's the whole thing. I'm so excited. All right. Where is the... Oh my god. This is going to be so cool. This is going to be so cool. We have 3 rows of guns, Legion. 3. Just count them. Oh, did this bug happen again, or did it just happen the once? I'll have to double check. I'm going to have to circle the entire planet just to make sure. It's fine. I don't mind it. It's kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, I can't complain. Alright, so this is going to radically change the situation here. But now we're about to have some new guns firing, and there we go. We now have 3 rows of guns going ham. That is definitely going to change the demand situation, but what I want to see is that these continue to flow. And I think the spacing fix that I employed from the last time I built a belt, I think that is definitely working this time. Alright, so you can already tell just from the density of like how many little points of light are sitting at that space. You can already tell how quickly the new sails are kind of contributing. So now it's a matter of... I could always build another row of guns. I'm still building guns, by the way. I don't have 378 guns queued up, but I have... It's probably about half that, because this is the number of items in the queue. So this counts as one item, that counts as one item. I'm still at 370-something. It's going to be working for a while. Look at that. Yeah, some of these aren't even firing yet. So you can tell, like, there's already been an increase in the sails that are arriving. But the sails themselves are still... Oh, hello. There was a problem. I knew there might have been one more spot. There we go. So let's get all of you guys actually topped up. That's good, though, in a way, because it gave it a chance to back up. It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme. Whatever surplus or deficit we have will play out in general in the fullness of all of the lines, so we'll see how this goes. But ultimately, we know the trick, right? We already know the trick. What we want to see, ultimately, is we want to see more sails making it down this way. Here's another gap. Let's fix that. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. If we are already starting to see solar sails coming all the way around on the third line. You remember when we built the first one? Remember standing here and waiting? Or rather, floating and waiting? Look how fast it's happening this time. That's the magic of proliferation. A magic I have largely learned during this series, by the way. It's not like I was never using proliferator paint previously. I absolutely was. But I've definitely gained more respect for the utility of the technology in this series. 100%. Without question. So we're definitely starting to... Oh yeah, that's great. So those are making it all the way around the entire planet. So as this line fills up more and more, it'll slowly back up, and then this one can start to fill up, and then this one can start to fill up, and we'll really have a sense for what our true demand is. Now the crazy thing is, check this out. We're actually backing up. It's unbelievable, but we're actually backing up. And it's because we finally got production set up correctly. I don't think it's for these. I think it's honestly because we proliferated these. Now, I don't think that we have enough being built. No, we don't. It's kind of backing up, slowly but surely. But I think the reason it's backing up is that the sail production is backing up. Some of these... Yeah, that's really interesting. So we need to just let it ride for a minute and see how well it works. But let's take a look out here. If we select the Dyson shell layer, we can kind of see the frame is complete, the structure points are complete, so the cell points are what we're watching now. So at any given time, there are about 13,500 solar sails being actively absorbed. So that's how many we're looking at here floating through space, filling in the panels. And as I've said many times, but I'll say again, the panels that are getting filled in now are the ones that are going to take the longest because they have the widest circumference. So they have the most surface area once you do all the math. When you get up here, these will not take as long to complete. So the longer this runs, the faster, like, the rate of completion will be per minute. Right now, it's still pretty slow, and we can do more to increase the amount of production. But what I kind of want to do now, to tell you the truth, I kind of want to head back to Rami. Talked about this, I think, yeah, last episode, and the one before that. Or maybe not the one before that, but several episodes before that, when I first noticed that we have a planet, a Sakura Ocean planet in Rami, which we can use for the export of crude oil. So let's do that, shall we? So my focus probably for, I would say, the remainder of the series, on top of just building additional guns and helping the Dyson Sphere along to completion as rapidly as possible, it's just going to be stuff like this, where, like, what can we do that can, even though we're not going to continue past the completion of the first sphere, what can we do to build an apparatus that is clearly going to continue beyond this point. And I might make some executive decisions on which particular pursuits I stick with and which I don't, which projects I prioritize and which I don't. Because you can make a really good argument that there are some things that will just be repetitive, things I've already done, like building up another oil refinery planet, for example. But this particular planet, wind energy ratio. All right, so we got a wind planet on our hands. That's not a problem. Let's go ahead and, another thing I could start doing for power, now that I have so much excess power on Gacrux, this is another thing that I could do with the remainder of the series, because I haven't really done it yet. I could build some power absorbers. I already have 6 of them. Energy exchangers is what they're called. And start sending power in cells to other planets, which is really good as like an upgraded version of what I'm about to do here. I've done this several times in the series. It works, it has its purpose, but it is time consuming. Especially when you have to hit Shift Enter on multiple rows like this, and you can't just hit Enter normally. There we go. Wait, have I been around the entire planet already? Oh, no, it's just a very long... Yeah, I see what's happening. There's actually not a lot going on here. This is going to be a little bit of a puzzle. So much of this planet's ocean is blocking the construction of this belt in a way that is a little bit unique. So I just want to have these built, and that... no, it's not quite it. Still more that I can do. That will never not be satisfying, will it? Look at that. Just seeing all of your construction bots fly out in front of you. Alright, so we've got all those built. And the main challenge here is just going to be getting everything connected. So it's one continuous grid. It looks like that's connected. That's not gonna be... but it is now. And then, yeah, this is where it's going to get a little tighter. I think this is where the kind of fun begins. So, tell you what, let's do this the easy way. And I'll just use satellite. I think normally I would go for something a little bit less obnoxious on a planet that's going to be relatively minimalistic in terms of what its outpost is doing. Because there is that part of me that, just for... whether you want to call it roleplay purposes or narrative purposes, there's that part of me that's like, do we need to over-industrialize this Sakura ocean planet, or can we just build the wind plant that we need and call it a day? Okay, so that's all connected. We do have that organic crystal vein here, so We can always add that to the export pool as well, given that we're, you know, right here. Okay, so... Oh, hello. Did I not get these all the way around? That's incredibly rude. Didn't catch that. Thought I went all the way around. Totally didn't. Alright, now, thankfully, what I just did connected them. So now it's just a matter of making sure they continue to be connected, which they right now are not. Hello, game. There we go. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. It's not a problem at all. It's just an observation. Like, Dyson Sphere Program really does seem to start to struggle a little bit, as I talked about a few episodes ago. There's always, you know, a little bit of slowdown, especially a lot of slowdown if you get to an incredibly more advanced stage of construction than I tend to go for. But also, like, the responsiveness of, like, the interface, like when you say you want to, like, I want to select this so that I can build it. Like, it doesn't always take on the first try. It's possible that I'm imagining it somehow, and that there's just a little quirk of the interface that explains it in some other way. But it does seem to struggle a little bit once you get to the late game. I don't know if that's something that's even fixable. It could just be specific to the way they've programmed Dyson Sphere Program's just engine. How this whole thing fits together, you know? All right, so this is actually a time when it's good to have the grid pulled up because it allows me to see stuff like this. Wait a minute, excuse me? Are you seeing this? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's connecting to both. Oh, that was really throwing me off. Like, how are you going to tell me? How on earth are you going to tell me that you need more? Like, or rather, that you are not able to connect to both power plants right now. That doesn't make sense. All right, power-wise, we are good. So let's go ahead and... No, not those. Those. There we go. Let's head up to the pole. Oh, it looks like we don't have to... Nice. That's unexpected, but we don't have to do anything special here. So let's now... I'm just going to build one of these. Magical. Okay, so now that's powered. And the rest is going to be relatively straightforward. So let's just get the transports in place. Let's get the warpers. And I will go ahead and set you to 120 megawatt charge. That probably means that it's pulling a lot more than it can afford to, and that's fine. We're going to go ahead and remote demand some antimatter fuel rods just so that we can ensure we're fully powered. And we don't need a ton of warpers here. Let's just say 1,000 so we get one load transported same way. There we go. Yeah, immediately we have 1,917 en route because the transports just can't help themselves. They're uncontrollable. They're unstoppable. Don't tell me what I can't do. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to build 3 full storage stacks just so that we can go absolutely ham. Okay. And I can now connect oil from multiple directions here. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Let's go ahead and connect you. And here's the first one. And with that, first of all, there's something else I can do too, quite straightforwardly. I don't think I need to do a ton of these. I might even do just like one or two. Can I get away with doing this? I think I can. There we go. All right, power-wise, we're completely fine. So with that in place, I can just sort of guilt-free wander to another nearby crude oil seep or two. There's another one right there. Another one right there. So the question is, how many of these do I want to start with just the first shipment? Or the first planet? Nice. I was able to immediately connect that. I wasn't necessarily expecting that, so that worked out. And I'm going to just do what I rarely do here. You know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Sorry for those of you who are about to get really excited and jump out of your seats. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I know you want me to build T-intersections. I know you're like, Hadrian, there's no difference. There is a difference. There is a difference, okay? When you can't combine both, you get one line or one direction that's backing up and another one that isn't, because it always prefers the main line. But when you put a T-intersection down, it combines them effectively. Or not when you don't put a T-intersection down. When you put a freaking splitter down. It's helpful. Okay? That's my explanation, and I'm sticking to it. So we have another oil extractor here. And I'm just going to keep hooking these babies up. Because at this point, why wouldn't I? I might be able to get away with, yup, glorious. See, there it goes. How many times do I have to click that for it to take that I want that? Next time I do that, I'll try and catch myself so that I can see if like there's just something about the way that I'm interacting with the interface. And you guys can confirm in the comments if it's something that you've noticed as well, or if it might just be like I'm clicking a little bit too like soon to try to switch something. It seems like it's something to do with like the delay potentially that is required before you try to switch to something else. But I might be wrong. All right, so we've already started to export crude from this planet. That's good news. And we still have more piling in. I think... Hang on, what do we have on this planet? Ooh, we have spiniform stalagmite as well, and organic crystal. I forgot that this planet had both. That's really handy that it has both, to be honest. I kind of love that. I don't know that I need to hook up the organic crystal yet, but if I needed to, that would be relatively easy to do. Matter of fact, it would be absurdly easy to do, and I just remembered why. It would be stupidly easy, because I have slowly begun to let the evil into my veins. I've slowly begun to allow it. I've begun to allow the corruption. The corruption that is building one of these, powering it, setting it to like 300% power. There we go. Just trying to drag on the wrong line there. There's more organic crystal right there. Really? Really? You're going to make it this easy for me? Oh, it's so close. All right, well, I'll build one of those there. And then, oh, actually it did connect. Nice. All right, so now what I can do... There's that. Nice and easy. So we can say that we want to export organic crystal. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh my god, am I losing my mind? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it, okay? I don't know why I couldn't see it, but I couldn't see it. Alright. Go, transports, be free. I could technically do the same with spiniform stalagmite. I don't feel the need to at the moment, but I could if I wanted to. Oh my god. Okay, okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm sold. I'm converted. I get it. I get it. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm stubborn. I know. This is one of those times where I'm just going to give credit where due. This is amazing. And I need to do it more. I do like my spaghetti. And I very much doubt that's ever going to change. But in situations like this, and in a number of additional situations where I could begin to employ this new addiction, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh my god, what? It's already full? Get out of here. That's crazy. Alright, see, we didn't even need to do that, though. That's what's interesting. We actually don't have any more readily available at the moment. Interestingly enough. Alright, so... I'm still transporting crude pretty... Like, there's a lot of it moving. So... I could find another vein. Yep, here's another one. I think this is going to do it, though. I think this will be enough, because we're approaching the end point for this episode. We're honestly past it already. But I think this is a worthwhile endeavor. This is a good little distraction. Good way to pass some time, you know? So let's bring you here. And then you here. Alright, so now we have a lot of oil coming into that one splitter. Should be good though. Alright, well we are approaching the 39-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we will probably make a return to Gakrux and take a look at what else we might need to do here to speed the process along. Definitely seems like... I mean, more sails are being fired. Let's see how many are in the air at any given time. If we select the Dyson layer. Now it's only 11,000, which is... That's fascinating. I don't know what to make of that. It's saying only 11,000 are in space. So what that might mean is that we've hit capacity in some way. We might need to go back and see if there's a way that we can increase the number of sails being produced. Because if we had 13,000 earlier when there were fewer guns, the fact that there are 11,000 being absorbed right now is cause for concern. Because if that number's not higher after we built another entire equatorial belt, what are we doing? So that'll be a worthwhile project for the next episode, just to kind of examine that and see what else we can do. But it probably just comes down to the fact that we're like behind on sail production somehow, which it didn't seem like that's the direction we were heading. It seemed like we were going in the other way, but it is what it is. So we'll take a look at that in the next one, and then hopefully continue to benefit from everything we've set up here in the next one as well. Let's look at power locally. Yeah, we're completely fine on power here. And still exporting crude rather profoundly, so that's going to be helpful for kind of keeping the burden off of what is it, Leonis Minoris 1? Yeah, or Leonis Minoris 2 specifically is our oil refinery planet. Taking the pressure off of that. I might even be able to stop it exporting crude so that it can keep all the crude and refine it. So that might be something I think about as well as a just kind of a maintenance thing. We're still firmly in maintenance mode. Research is moving along at like a very nice, comfortable pace. Haven't had any problems there at all in a while, so it's nice to see that. But anyway, now that we're almost at the 41-minute mark, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.